Hey everybody, welcome to another review. It is 8:46 p.m., April 20th, 2024. Came home from watching The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, directed by Guy Ritchie. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into details of this film. As per usual, it'll be spoiler free. And if you like the content of this channel, hit the subscribe button below and spread the word to your friends and family. Provide a like and a comment if you're interested in visit me on my Discord. Uh, I've always been, anyone who knows me knows that I am very much a sucker when it comes to the historical significance of Nazi Germany, World War II, Adolf Hitler, Auschwitz. Those type of historical landmark events has made such an impact on me because I do enjoy researching those moments that have essentially shaped and molded the very fabric of our society, and it teaches us exactly where we came from and how far we've come along. And for Guy Ritchie to take a concept like, say, the A-Team, Inglorious Bastards, or even the Suicide Squad, fuse it with some elements of James Bond and his own flavor, and incorporate historical landmark events such as this of World War II. This is a type of action spy comedy type film that you will receive from a Guy Ritchie production. I've always enjoyed his work. I didn't really appreciate it until much later on, as I've loved the first two Sherlock Holmes films, and I can't wait to see what he does with the third one. Uh, when I saw the trailer, I knew I had to watch it since it was about Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill approving a secret mission, putting together his own secret band of misfits to weaken the Nazi Germany's defenses in order to find a way to overthrow Hitler. And Henry Cavill being in the lead role, I knew I had to watch it. And I'm still quite bitter that he's not Superman but anymore, but that is still going to be, that's another story for another time and another day. This film is very much different compared to a lot of the Nazi Germany type, compared to a lot of the Nazi Germany war films that we have watched it from the past, present, and most likely in the future. When you think of Guy Ritchie, especially when it comes to action extravaganza adventure films, the action sequences, for example, say in Sherlock Holmes or Sherlock Holmes 2, has more of a type of flashy, innovative, bullet time aspect, whereas this one is far more grounded, far more realistic and brutal, real, and just has this true sense of making you feel every single stab, bullet, punch, and the humor that is dripped all across the board within the confines of the story is very much obviously inspired by British type humor. British type humor is very bland and dry, and it's not easily consumed by the American public. Having needless to say, you have to be able to at least have some psychological and honest awareness when it comes to British humor, and also it tends to get a bit morbid at times with Alan Rich's character, because he is, in my opinion, he would be the Murdoch of the group. Very much pretend to be peaceful, but you know he is very unstable and has a thrill for engaging in all types of bloody violence. And you see a lot of bloody violence in this film. And Henry Cavill is the highlight. Since he is the lead of this film, he is the massive highlight. He is very charming, charismatic, and has, in a way, is able to provide a much more significant emotional and violent punch with his performance, because you truly see how there's something off about him as well. He makes it fun, he makes it humorous, he makes it so much more electric because he just chews up the scenery and showcases his talents, and it's basically saying that, he could be just more than a superhero. He could be just more than what anyone else has expected him to be, and he does everything. And he's absolutely marvelous in this film, and everyone, it more or less does a great job. And you could tell they had immense chemistry with each other. And it's just one of those type of films where it's different because it's not what you'd expect. And you need to understand that, and this is simply my opinion, you need to understand that it's not the type of over-the-top action extravaganza film that you are going to sit there for two hours and see all these wonderful, miraculous explosions everywhere and blood. You have to sit back and just enjoy the character moments. And of course, when the action does get rolling, it's very brutal and it's just bloody and it's in your face. And there's a lot of James Bond there's a lot of obvious James Bond Easter eggs, and I'm not gonna spoil it, because I do believe that once you do watch this film, you will recognize those references. There's also a musical sequence that only Guy Ritchie could pull off, very, very much inspired by James Bond, and I loved it. I thought this scene was so intense and raw, and it just really gave me a sense of that. I mean, I am in this moment of espionage with these group of misfits, and I enjoyed every single second of this film. I thought it was wonderful. Of course, it could have used a little bit more innovative action, but I do understand why Guy Ritchie decided to take this approach rather than focus on just trying to do what he's known for. This is something that is very much, I felt it was a breath of fresh air. And while yes, it runs a little long, and maybe you could have shaved about maybe 10, 20 minutes off it, but other than that, I thought it was a great film. I had a great time with it, and most likely I don't see it getting a sequel. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9 out. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend it. Not for children. If you are interested, please let me know what you thought about it. If you have watched the film, provide a like and a comment. And the next film that I will review is going to be Abigail, the vampire horror film. And you'll be hearing from me again, my friends. Take care and peace out.